Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can tell, there's school kids around. This is a very unusual experience. It's a Monday afternoon. And because I got up for work so early this morning, my boss said it's job and knock. So I, done the job and went home. So I thought I'd show you a lovely little town called Maldon. And it's many school kids at this present time of day. And yeah, we're going to ride down a very steep hill. I don't know whether the camera's going to show you that it's steep, but it's bloody steep, you know. It's from the town of Molden, and then it goes down to the Thames estuary. Maldon is situated on the point where the Thames meets the sea. It's a lovely pretty town, lots of pubs. It's a good night out if you're a drinker. It's a good night out if you're an eater. There's some nice restaurants in Maldon. It's kind of, you know, yeah, it's your average town, but then it's also a little bit tourist based as well, because they had the pubs and the restaurants and yeah, various different things. Down by the promenade you've got a nature lake. It used to be a swimming lake. It used to be a swimming lake that I nearly drowned in. Here's the hill. This is the hill. Camera's probably going to not pick up how steep it is, but you can see by that black line on the house, you know, it's a hell of a hill. It really is. But yeah, like I say, this comes down to the Thames estuary. You have some moorings along that bit. You got the old barges and yeah, you have some tall ships, I believe they're called. They are very old, like frigates or something, and yeah, they race once a year. They go on a little race, and yeah, so it's nice to see that they are still functioning boats. And apparently around here is Ducati. I don't know, I've never been there. I have no desire to buy a Ducati. Not saying that I wouldn't ride one, but they're a rich man's bike. It's like buying a Bentley. Yeah, you can buy Bentleys dirt cheap nowadays. You know, 15 grand for what was previously like 150, 170,000 pound car. But then you go and get it service done. You know, maybe it needs brake pads, maybe it needs brake discs, oil change, and they hit you up with a bill for like 2.5 grand. Well, you know, you're buying an executive car that once was £150,000 plus. So what do you expect? I'm sure there's like pattern parts that you can buy and that sort of thing, but you know, you're buying a luxury car. You want to maintain it to a certain standard. But yeah, that was Maldon, and another reason that I brought you with me today is because I like this road. So I'm sort of starting to do a bit of a series of roads that I like. So I did the summer back road the other day. That wasn't very summery. It was extremely wet, lots of mud in the middle of the road, which is why I class it as a summer road. Now this is not a summer road. This is a very much all year round road for bikes, and it's very good. It's very fun. You've got a place down here on the left called the Museum of Power. Now I foolishly have never actually been there to look at the Museum of Power. They used to do a Cars and Coffee, so I used to go to the Cars and Coffee. It was really good. I really used to enjoy it, but I believe it got stopped because of all the little utes in their Fiestas and that would leave at high speeds and big noise and that sort of thing. And of course residents in the local area are probably old. They don't like big noise on a Sunday morning. So I believe it was cancelled. But yeah, it's a steam power engine, I believe, or a power museum. They've got some steam machines in there and stuff. I'll have to go there one day. I'll have to go there and take you with me. Yeah, it's just here on the left, but this is the road that goes from Maldon to Hatfield Peverel. And yeah, it's sort of, if you're coming this way, it's sort of got nice long straight sweeping bends and that sort of thing. It's yeah, it's good, and then it tightens up as you get closer to Hatfield Peverel. So yeah, that's what we're planning on doing today. We're going to do the nice smooth bit and then get to the tight bits, hopefully with no other cars. But yeah, that's the Museum of Power in there. Museum of Power, you see. Up there, do a left into the car park. That's where I used to go to my cars and coffee. But the cars there were unbelievable because it was a Sunday morning. You had a mixture. You had yeah, like obviously, like I say, boy racers, but then you had like older generations in their big American muscle cars, and then you have the old sort of supercar and stuff. It was a really, really eclectic mix. But yeah, this is what I mean. It's lovely and open and straight. And then you've got some sweeping bends and stuff. It goes back down to a 40, but then it opens up to a 60 for the right angles, for the sharp bends, you know, which is crazy. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you on this road just to show you this road. It's a very nice surface as well. I believe it's a pretty nice surface all the way. I'm not 100% sure. You know, this is Britain. We do have a multitude of potholes that people seem to not take care of. Poor neglected potholes just being left all alone in the middle of the road. It's terrible, isn't it? Someone should really give them some sort of blanket, like a tarmac blanket. See what I mean? Opens up to a national speed limit again. There's a little straight, which I will hopefully get past these cars. And then it goes into the bends. Little bit pacey there for me. But it's alright, we made it. We sure did. I'll have to wiggle me bum. So yeah, later on this year I am planning on going on a track day, hopefully to teach me more about body position and where I should be on the bike. Stones in the middle of the road, that's not nice. But yeah, these are the S's. Big fun times around the S's, especially if you know what you're doing. Unlike me, just sort of hanging me bum off the seat a little bit, getting me weight over to the side. So yeah, that was the Maldon road from Maldon to Hatfield Peverel. We are now in Hatfield Peverel. But yeah, this is very unusual. It's very strange being out on a Monday afternoon. I've been and washed the bike. She was filth after the weekend, and going down the winter road, or the summer road in the winter, she was filth. So yeah, now she's all clean and shiny with her new ears. Mallory and her new ears. But yeah, I've never lived in Hatfield Peverel. I know a couple of people that have, that do still. God damn, there's some red legs. It's too cold out here to have your legs out. Obviously, they're bright red. They're nearly as day glow as me jumper. Couple of red hot pokers. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring you along for a quick little video this afternoon. Nothing particular to talk about, as usual, as always. I suppose, you know, making my YouTube content, I should really sort of figure out some shit to talk about. I've got loads of stuff that I could talk about, but it's sort of, you know, when I was a little hooligan. And, you know, not necessarily all the stories are legal. So I don't know whether I should be telling them on camera. Oh, thank you, lady. Let's go. Fucking nightmare roundabout. So busy. So yeah, I might have to get some advice and see whether I can tell you these stories. Not only that, my mum is a subscriber. So anything I mention on these videos, I get pulled up on. Mums being mums, you know what I'm saying? Right, be careful what you say. Because mother is listening. So yeah. And my mum's the last person in the world that I want to upset. You know, I don't mind telling her stuff that she doesn't know, but I don't want to upset her. So yeah, and like I say, I don't want to get in any hot water with the old Bill. I don't want to tell stories that might incriminate me. I know that in the USA, don't they have a certain thing, whereas if it's a certain amount of years old, then that's it, you can't be trialed for it. Well, I don't think that's the case in the UK. I really don't. I think you can be, you know, they found evidence of murderers from donkeys years ago, and yeah, convicted people like 25, 30 years later because of you know, modern DNA technologies and that sort of thing. But yeah, here we are in Whittam again, a very common place for me to ride through. I like the road from Whittam to Braintree. I believe I've already made a video on that road a few times. You've probably seen me ride that road. But yeah, I'll have to look into the legalities and see whether I can tell you some of these stories of old. And if I can, well then, it's story time with One Wheel, Two Wheels. Because I used to be a rebel. Absolute naughty little rebel. So yeah, we will see, and if we can get away with it, as they say, then we shall get away with it. But yeah, that used to be a pub. Used to be the Jack and Jenny. And yeah, like I say, when I was a little shit, I had been in there many a times, supping on the alcohol, probably as well as some other possible substances. And this is what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think we'll end it there because we are in traffic and it's not very pleasant. But mind you, a little bit of filtering gets you past all this shit, the advantages of being on a motorbike. But yeah, I'll end it here and say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Bye.